Hello. Welcome back to a very special part of Dragon Age Inquisition. Maybe the last one. Actually, no, it won't be the last one. It's the beginning of the end, anyway. Of the main story, but we've still got Trespasser to go after this. Of course. And it's good because this whole playthrough has really gone well with what I'm doing in Saga, which starts tomorrow. The main story ends as the Saga begins. Awesome. Okay. For God's sake, how many of these Alliance missions do you actually want me to fucking do? Good. All these seem pretty much done. Over here. Leave these for now.
Inquisitor.
Do that. Sorry if I'm not showing you much of these, but really not bothered. Good.
Let us begin.
Right.
Okay, so we got missions to do. Now we're actually getting rid of all those now, which is good. I think for the first time in the game we're actually ahead on those things. Give me a second, I'll get the stream up so I can see what people are saying. Indeed, if they are saying anything. 1 second. There we go. And we're on.
Yes?
Let's speak later.
Very well.
Speak to the messenger in Skyhold. Alright, where is he? Oh, this is a big place game. Maybe you should just tell me where he is. That's right, if you could all hear me. It is on the 2nd floor. Or is it outside? This outside? Yes, it is. So this dude wants to duel me. It's fine. Let's have the Inquisitor like jump down on him.
Your worship, may I deliver a message from Lord Adorno Cielo Trantor Vativa? His lordship accepts your request for a duel for the affection of Lady Montelier. He awaits your pleasure in Val Royal.
Your master had better bring a first-rate healer with him.
The Otrantors do not fear a fair fight, but I will convey your advice. Good day to you.
Let's do this. I wonder if she has anything to say. No, that we've done that. I don't think this is going to be very hard. If it's just one-on-one, he's just going to roast this guy. And I wouldn't, then again, I wouldn't put it past Bioware for him to be woefully overpowered now. I'm gonna go over there. I really wouldn't. Not after last night.
Inquisitor.
And for some reason, he's this fucking. He's now a dragon or something.
In person? Sister Liliana said the matter was too important to write down. Oh dear. Tonight then. She is rarely dramatic without cause. Yes?
If I dueled this Lord Otranto, I could force him to give up his betrothal with you.
But you could be hurt. Dueling is a very precise sport. Men and women spend years perfecting their skills with a rapier. I couldn't bear to think of my family putting you in any further danger. Again.
Tell me again about this Antiban lord your parents engaged you to.
Adorno Cielo Tranto? His family runs several shipping companies in Antiva that do very well. Of the man's temper and disposition and habits, I know nothing. Well, Mother claims he enjoys sailing and dueling, but what Antivan lord doesn't?
You don't favor this marriage, Josephine, do you?
Certainly not. If I hadn't met you, perhaps I'd have been amenable, but honestly, you've no worry.
Does Antiva law force you to marry? Can't you break off the betrothal?
In theory, I very easily could. In reality, if I reject Lord Otranto without proper niceties, it will scar my family's name. Perhaps ignite a feud. Disentangling myself from the engagement will take months. Or years.
Well, you're worried about your family. What happens to us?
I cannot be with you until the question of this engagement is settled. It is simply not my own reputation. It is my family's. I do not have the right to risk it. As much as I might wish to. Why did this become so dreadfully complicated?
Let's speak later.
Farewell.
Okay. Let's go do this. I thought he said he was going to be in Val Royale. I'll take Ball and people just in case he has people with him who wanna Try to kill me. You might notice some scars too.
I am Lord Otranto of Antiva, rightfully betrothed of Lady Josephine Montillier. Songs of your exploits have spread to my city, Inquisitor. It's humbling to make your acquaintance.
What? Use the Saladin blade, dude.
It is a pity it will not last longer. Before we duel, I trust you find the weapon to your satisfaction.
Am I not allowed to pick my means of defense?
I am the wounded party in this duel. Tradition dictates that I select our weapons. Of course, if you fear you might be clumsy with such a refined instrument, there is no shame in a forfeit.
See the scars on his face? That's from the descent. I put them on yesterday. Cool, huh?
I trust you've made this a fair fight, Lord Otranto.
Upon my honor. Shall we begin?
I wish I could actually fight him.
An admirable start, Inquisitor. Perhaps not all Kunari are the simple peasants rumors paint them to be.
Fights like a girl, doesn't he?
I'm glad Lady Montillier isn't here, exquisite as I've heard her appearance to be. Cutting you down in front of Josephine would have given a poor first impression of House Otranto to my bride.
Don't worry. I'll be sure to tell Josephine you fought bravely.
How has he done
admire your
that?
fearlessness, but you
Ridiculous.
Stop!
Josephine!
Lady Montillier, what a pleasure to...
What are you doing?
Josephine, I can't take the chance that you might have to marry him.
That's not your decision. The Inquisition needs you. I need you. Yet you threw yourself into danger. Why do this? Why risk everything we've built? Why risk your life?
Oh really?
Because I love you.
You do?
He does?
And I mean it. Every word.
I love you too.
Sounds really?
Well fought.
Lord Otranto.
I'd assumed your liaison with the Inquisitor was an affair of passion or convenience, Lady Montillier. But I'm not fool enough to stand in the way of true affection. The Otrantos regretfully withdraw the terms of our betrothal.
Thank you.
Do not thank me. I know when I'm outmatched.
I'm sorry I didn't tell you about arranging the duel.
Given that you're in one piece, body and dignity, I forgive you. Just do kiss me again.
With all of the sound effects.
can't stop thinking about your duel in Val Royeaux. Running into the middle of the crowd, the noise, the swords flashing. I was so worried for you, but at the same time, well, it was the most exciting thing I've seen in ages.
If that's the case, I think you're spending too much time indoors.
It is your Inquisition that keeps me so busy. You know, when I first laid eyes on you back at Haven, I hadn't an inkling we'd become so close.
But you at least told yourself, my, what a stunningly handsome man.
You are too much. These moments seem so dear, especially given your greater calling. Sometimes I must remind myself that I'm required to share you with the rest of the world.
Hang the world. It can survive without the Inquisitor and Josephine now and then.
For now, I very much agree.
That was really nice. That was really, really nice. That should be what everyone is like. I don't need two Uncanny Valley dolls rubbing up against each other, thank you very much. That's great. That's really nice. I mean that, sincerely. Well done, BioWare. Well written. That was very well written. See? Credit where it's due. Don't bash on them all the time. I don't know, I think it kind of worked. That's a thing, you know. It was very, very nice. It's very well done.
Where'd you learn to hammer?
I don't feel feels often, but that was nice. Don't need any of those. Oh, what was that? Engine mace. Hit on the dragon stuff isn't actually very good. It's actually pretty shitty. Stonebreaker, eh? Okay, so we can get rid of most of this. Oh, wow, that looks fucking amazing. Please tell me I can wear that. I bet you I can't wear that. I can wear that. Wow. I mean, it's terrible, but I can wear it. Can I make it? Disciples armor on here? Oh, how unfortunate. Let's see if our friend at the Black Emporium has it. Hello, Blue Polar Bear. I'm a Reaver. Two-handed. I basically eat
I
things.
hear the Red Templars are trying to find this place. Not if I can help it! They just break everything.
He's a really good voice actor, isn't he? Must be said. Can you believe that talk from, you know? Oh, what a shame. Okay, well, I guess we will sell some things. Show some things. I don't know if the nice. I'm not gonna fucking use it. Maybe I'll get rid of it. Do you know what, we can make these, so I'm not that bothered about keeping them. Because we can make them. Okay. Superior Battlemaster coat. What do I have on? I'm gonna save this here. Just in case I buy the wrong thing. Superior Battlemaster coat. That's what we want. Yes. Okay. Such a shame I can't wear that. I can completely wear that armor. Looks amazing. In fact, give me a second, because if I can find the thing for that, I will wear it, just because of how cool it looks, even if it's worse than what I've got on. Let's try and find my... There we go. Disciple Armor Schematic. Oh, that's a unique heavy armor, so it doesn't look like we can... Oh, that's a shame. That is such a shame. Fucking BioWare. You can have the shittest armor looking in the world, but it's amazing, or you can have a really amazing looking armor that's shit. Awesome.
Worship.
Anyway. And I wish that, you know, the stuff that you make and then sell, I wish it would actually be worth, you know, what it's actually worth.
Not trying to step on your toes, you know.
The superior Battlemaster coat and the refined Battlemaster coat. Not really sure. What? Okay, let's try and get a masterwork out of this. It's probably not going to work, to be honest, but, you know. So we'll try and get that. We'll use some dragon bone. Yeah, I'm gonna make it out of this stuff I got from the hacking thing, 'cause it was such a fucking annoying thing to beat. And I'll wear his bones. Nope. Didn't get a masterwork there. I'll try once more, but then I'm not doing it again. Because I honestly think it's fixed. I honestly think it's not going to give me any more masterworks. Because it's fixed. Which is a shame. Like, I thought they'd go all out and, like, you know, try and make sure that you felt a bit of, you know. Yeah, that's it. I'm not doing that anymore. As I said before, it's one of the things about this game. You should just get the masterwork. You know, you've earned it. You know, you've earned it, so you should just get it. It shouldn't be a thing where you've got to save scum like this. It really is pathetic that it has you do this all the time. And yeah, look, there you go. So yeah, you can see it's completely broken. There's no way masterworks are possible anymore in this game. So yeah. Have that, whatever that is. Ice Dragon Bone. Veil Quartz. Royal Sea Silk. And guess we could go for a volcanic aurum, yeah. Yeah, why not? Why not? Fuck it. Use that. Fine. Okay, so now we want Battlemaster Armor Arms. Yes. Mm-hmm. And legs. Make them a dragon bone, why not? Whipping scales. Okay, modify armor. Okay. Yeah, these are rubbish. These are absolute rubbish. Plus 10% cold damage, minus 30% all other damage. Why the fuck would you want that? Plus 15% front armor, minus 50% all other armor. Why would you want that? Plus 100% poison damage, minus 50% attack. Useless. Useless. No one should have them. Fucking stupid. Silly. Very, very, very silly. Why are they even in the game? That's only just better than
the
that.
Lord who loaded his catapults with anvils. Point made.
Oh, you can do that as well. Oh, I'd love to wear that. That looks pretty cool. The old dragonling scales. Ice dragon. Wow, looks splendid. Oh, I like the dragonling scales. They look pretty fucking cool. Pretty badass. Looks good with obsidian too. Silk brocade. Dragon webbing. That's better. Okay. One second, folks. Okay.
A pleasure.
Where were you raised, Josephine?
I was born in Antiva City, but when I turned 15, Mother declared I'd attend finishing school in Balroyo. But I bawled into her skirts the day I had to leave.
I can see that, somehow.
Admittedly, I may have been a trifle sheltered, but my mother only wanted the best for me. Living in Orlais was an education in itself.
What did you learn at this finishing school in Valroyo?
Among other things, mathematics, rhetoric, poetry, history, logic, and a great deal of etiquette. I still remember Madame Valentir's switch on my knuckles when I forgot the basic tenets of Nevaran dining customs. For a dowager approaching her 80th year, she had quite the arm.
How did the younger you like Valroyo when you arrived?
Have you ever stepped into a new city and felt the buildings couldn't possibly be real? That was Valroyo to me. So beautifully foreign, I gaped at its spires for months.
Does Antiva City have nothing that compares to Valroyo?
Antiva City is a jewel among the capitals. But I did not appreciate that before I traveled. There are multitudes of places I'd like to see. Saharan, the Anderfels, whatever lies past the Amaranthine Ocean.
Who rules Antiva?
Officially, the Principality of Antiva is governed by His Majesty King Fugelno II. In reality, Antiva's merchant princes rule the country in everything but name. Quite loudly, I might add.
What sort of dealings did you have with these merchant families?
As ambassador, I attended Privy Council meetings in a mediatory capacity. May I just say, one has never heard an argument until they've sat in on 15 princes howling down each other's tariff suggestions.
I'd storm out of any meeting that came to that.
It would be fitting. Dramatic exits are always a favorite. It's all a part of life in Antiva. Our traditions value passion and romance. A certain exuberance of style.
Are you positive you're Antivan?
I can be most exuberant when it's called for. Just at the right moments, and in a proper fashion. Might we speak of something else?
You haven't really gone into detail about how you know Liliana.
We met... let me think. We met the last few years of my schooling, but we became friends after I became ambassador to Olay. It seems terrifyingly long ago now.
How exactly did you and Liliana reconnect in the Inquisition?
I discovered my family had been overcharging a merchant we traded with for months. Our name carries a great deal of trust in Antiva. I spent weeks arranging a string of favors as suitable recompense. Apparently satisfied, the merchant extended me an invitation to her estate. Liliana greeted me in place of the merchant.
Why didn't she send a message instead of playing all these games?
It was a test of sorts. Liliana claimed she needed someone of painful integrity for the Inquisition. I accepted, once she finally explained what it was.
Do you remain close?
Yes, but she's grown so much more distant than the outgoing woman I met in Val Royale. Leliana used to wander the Orlesian courts, singing the sweetest songs, charming the greatest wits. Now she collects secrets and takes risks that would make empires tremble. I worry, but she will not hear it.
Does Liliana confide in you?
If she enjoys revisiting our more disastrous adventures, Leliana used to concoct the most ridiculous plans. Run if you ever see her with a twine ball, a measuring stick, and a handkerchief.
Tell me about the Montiliers.
Well, my parents are alive and in good health. They live in our estate in Antiva City. Of my 4 siblings, most attend to the running of the family vineyards. That reminds me, I must ask someone to make sure Yvette attends the spring reception at the palace. My youngest sister has no head for social engagements.
Why are you overseeing your siblings' social lives?
It's Antivan custom. After a certain age, the heir apparent runs the family's estate to prove they're worthy of succession. If you're unfit for the task, the heads of the house, usually one's parents, may decree a new heir.
What do these Antivan heads of the household do if they don't run it?
They work and provide guidance. I've taken advice from my parents. Well, mostly mother. Father's more of an artist. He's rather gauche, but we never can dissuade him from running his own salons. Between him and my siblings, mother's looking forward to my taking over the estate.
Yeah, you missed that. I was basically, I tried to get a masterwork on my armor 3 times and just like, no, I'm not doing this again. It's fixed completely.
Can you run your family's business and be the Inquisition's ambassador?
I won't let it interfere with the quality of my work for the Inquisition, I assure you. But managing the estate is my duty. As much work as it is, I will not shirk it.
Is running your family's estate that important to you?
I'm responsible for their welfare. A Montilier never shuns their familial duty. Taxing as those duties can sometimes be.
I think you're too finicky to give those responsibilities to the rest of your family.
You don't know them. But Lorien in charge, or Antoine, or Yvette? No, truly. It must be me.
Let's speak later.
Another time. A pleasure.
Let's speak later.
Farewell.
Don't need to go in there just yet.
Worship?
There you are. I've been looking all over for you. You're just in time. We almost had to start without you.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Varric.
Look who showed up, everybody. Deal him in, would you, Ruffles?
I do hope I recall the rules. It's been ages since I've played a game of Wicked Grace.
Grab a seat. We're ready to start.
Are we playing cards or what?
Are 3 drakes better than a pair of swords? Ugh, I can never remember.
Seeker, remember how I said, don't show anyone your hand? That rule includes announcing it to the table.
There's a crown on his head, but a sword too. His head didn't want either.
Don't talk to the face cards, kid.
You seem to have enough people. I have 1,000 things to do. Losing money can be both relaxing and habit-forming. Give it a try.
Curly, if any man in history ever needed a hobby, it's you.
Dealer starts. Oh, I believe I'll start at... Oh, 3 coppers. Do you think that's too daring? Maybe I'll make it 1. No. Boldness. 3 it is.
Seriously, who starts at 3 coppers? Silver or go home?
Bolder the better, right? I'm in.
Me too. Well, are you in?
I'm in, and raising another silver.
You haven't even looked at your cards.
Our illustrious leader is betting we're bluffing.
The poor recruit ran out into the dining hall in nothing but his knickers. And this profound silence fell over the hall as 70 mages and 30 Templars all turned to stare at once. Then, a slow round of applause began and spread until every soul was on their feet. A standing ovation.
What did he do?
Saluted, turned on his heel, and marched out like he was in full armor.
He did not.
Good man.
You're shitting us.
That's how you know it's true. I could never put that in a book. Too unlikely.
I think we need another round of drinks.
I'll get them. Don't start without me.
And the dealer takes everything. I win again.
Deal again. I've figured out your tells, Lady Ambassador.
Commander, everyone knows a lady has no tells.
Then let's see if your good fortune lasts one more hand.
I'm not losing any more coin to Josephine, but I have got to see this.
Don't say a word, dwarf.
I tried to warn you, Curly.
Never bet against an Antiva, Commander.
I'm leaving. I don't want to witness our commander's walk of shame back to the barracks.
Well, I do. It comes off. I didn't know it came off.
I'm glad you decided to join us tonight. It's too easy to mistake you for the Inquisitor.
You're mistaking me for me. How much did you have to drink?
It's easy to forget you're not just an icon or symbol. Like those statues of Andraste holding bowls of fire. At least it is for me. You up for another game when this is all over, Inquisitor?
I wouldn't miss it.
Good. It'll take me a while to talk Cullen into it. Maybe I'll work the revenge angle.
Who's that? Did I win?
It's probably one of my favourite scenes in the whole thing. Very good.
Good afternoon.
I'd be interested in hearing your opinions on elven culture.
Perhaps you could ask Sarah. She has opinions.
If I wanted Sarah's opinions, I'd be talking to her.
And learning some colorful new idioms, no doubt. What do you wish to know?
I'd like to know more about the elves from before our time.
The Dalish strive to remember Hallam Shiral. But Hallam Shiral was merely a fumbling attempt to recreate a forgotten land.
Arlathan.
Elvanan was the empire, and Arlathan its greatest city. Place of magic and beauty, lost to time.
You've studied ancient elves. What else do you know of Arlathan?
We hear stories of them living in trees, and imagine wooden ramps or Dalish Erebels. Imagine instead spires of crystal twining through the branches, palaces floating among the clouds. Imagine beings who lived forever, for whom magic was as natural as breathing.
That sounds boring.
That was what was lost.
That sounds fucking boring. It really does sound fucking boring. To a fiction writer, that sounds like a death, to be honest with you.
I'd like to know more about Dalish elves.
It is a mistake to think of the Dalish as a single group. They have lived as separate clans for centuries now. As a consequence, each clan has learned, interpreted, and forgotten different parts of elven history. Some trade freely with humans, or adopt city elves who flee the alienages. Others attack humans on sight.
What can you tell me about elves living in human cities?
The culture in alienages or among the slaves of Tevinter is like any of the impoverished and powerless. They cling to memories of a better past and practice a few rituals to distinguish themselves from humans.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Good afternoon.
I need to know more about Corypheus.
He has lost his army, and he has lost Orlais. That eliminates military or political means to rebuild Tevinter. He will need to demonstrate that no one in this world can stand against his magic. It will not be subtle.
What do you know about the Fade?
A great deal, from my wanderings. There are few hard facts, but I can share what I have learned.
I'd like to know more about demons.
The Chantry says that demons hate the natural world and seek to bring their chaos and destruction to the living. But such simplistic labels misconstrue their motivations, and in so doing, do all a great disservice. Spirits wish to join the living, and a demon is that wish gone wrong.
It doesn't matter why they attack us.
Of course it does. The dog that bites you because it is rabid is not the dog that bites you because it is starving. You may kill either, but one is just a few scraps of meat away from being your faithful servant.
I'd like to know more about the Breach.
Simply put, it is a tear in the veil between this world and the Fade, allowing spirits to enter the world physically. Small tears occur naturally when magic weakens the veil, or when spirits cluster at an area that has seen many deaths. But the breach is artificial. The anchor on your hand let you control it, and even opened a small rift at Adamant.
I'd like to know more about the Veil.
Circle mages call it a barrier between this world and the Fade. But according to my studies in ancient elven lore, that is a vast oversimplification. Without it, imagine if spirits entered freely. The Fade was not a place one went, but a state of nature like the wind.
We've got enough trouble with demons already.
But would they still be demons? Or would they be part of a natural environment, like a fast-flowing river? Yes, it can drown careless children, but it can also carry a merchant's goods or grind a miller's flour. That is what the world could be if the Veil were not present. For better or worse.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Not big on you, mate.
Inquisitor.
I'd like to know more about you, Solus.
All right. What can I tell you?
You said you'd traveled to many different places.
This world, or its memory, is reflected in the Fade. Dream in ancient ruins, and you may see a city lost to history. Some of my fondest memories were found in crumbling cities, long picked dry by treasure seekers, the best of the battlefields. Spirits press so tightly on the veil that you can slip across with but a thought.
Any place in particular?
I dreamt Dostigar. I witnessed the brutality of the Darkspawn and the valor of the Ferelden warriors. I saw Alistair and the hero Ferelden light the signaled fire, and Loghain's infamous betrayal of Caelan's forces.
I've heard the stories. It would be interesting to hear what it was really like.
That's just it. In the Fade, I see reflections created by spirits who react to the emotions of the warriors. One moment, I see heroic wardens lighting the fire, and a power-mad villain sneering as he lets King Caelan fall. The next, I see an army overwhelmed and a veteran commander refusing to let more soldiers die in a lost cause.
And you can't tell which is real.
It is the Fade. They are all real.
Have you always traveled and studied alone?
Not at all. I have built many lasting friendships. Spirits of wisdom, possessed of ancient knowledge, happy to share what they had seen. Spirits of purpose helped me search. Even wisps, curious and playful, would point out treasures I might have missed.
When I asked if you were with anyone, I meant other people.
People, as opposed to spirits. We are flesh and blood, so we are real. Is Cassandra defined by her cheekbones and not her faith? Varric by his chest hair and not his wit?
Spirits are bound by their nature. You said it yourself. They're shaped by contact with real people.
Just as Liliana was shaped by contact with divine Justinia. As those who serve the Inquisition are shaped by you. If I change your mind in this conversation, does that mean you're no more real than a spirit?
You've thought about this.
On occasion, yes.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Alright folks, I'm just gonna go and talk to people basically. Have a natter. I think Solus has a quest we can do, and it's quite cool. He enters your dream and like talk to you for a bit, but
Interesting story. I was speaking with your ambassador not long ago. Dearest Josephine, I said, how remarkably distracted and flush you seem. Whatever could be the reason. And she dropped her pen. Bravo, Inquisitor.
I should go.
You know where I'll be.
I really like you, Dorian. Mainly because he's not judgmental or bitchy.
A message from Divine Justinia.
Dead people usually don't send messages.
And I see you feel it necessary to inform me of this. This message was written months, perhaps even years ago, to be delivered to me if she died. I've heard of such contingency plans. A sudden death often leaves loose ends. I'm to go to Valence, a small village on the waking sea. There is something hidden there.
Do you know what you're looking for?
The Divine was a powerful woman who used her position to obtain all sorts of things. Whatever she hid in Valence would very likely benefit the Inquisition and must be kept from falling into the wrong hands. If I'm lucky, she will have instructions for me.
You take your instructions from me. What sort of help can a dead divine give you?
I don't know. Perhaps something to do with a chantry. Or it could be personal. She guided me for many years, Inquisitor, as a divine and as a friend. There are days when I still look to her for advice, only to remember that I am alone.
I don't really like this whole divine thing with Liliana. Like, everyone else sort of gets over it, and she's still moping and whinging, basically. Not a huge fan of it. Ikuba, is it Ikuba? Ikuba? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's very, very good. Depending on what genre of game you're into.
Why hide things in Valence? What's so special about it?
Justinia was revered mother at the chantry there for many years before she became the Divine. It is a place that holds great meaning for her.
Is this you asking permission to leave for a bit?
Well, yes. I can't imagine I'll be away from my post for very long. And I was hoping you would agree to come with me. Will you at least consider it? One more thing. If what is hidden in Valence is as valuable as I think, we're not going to be the only ones looking for it. I shall meet you at the chantry in Valence. Try not to delay.
Oh, you play, okay. Yeah, cool. Well, if you enjoyed it, I do suggest you get it, yeah. I mean, try to, ignore most of the bullshit side quests. You know, just do enough that you have to do to advance the story and get your levels up to where they need to be. Rest of it can sort of, you know. But I would recommend it, yeah. You know, I think it's a good game. I really do. I bought it, yeah, I bought it
wanted to thank you. When you came to see me, if there's anything... This sounded much better in my head.
I strongly advise against pirating it, because it means you can't get the DLC, and the DLC for this game is pretty good.
I trust you're feeling better.
It is like Neverwinter, yeah.
Yes.
Is it always that bad?
The pain comes and goes. Sometimes I feel as if I'm back there. I should not have pushed myself so far that day.
Just try to be more careful from now on.
Of course. Never told anyone what truly happened to me at Ferelden's Circle. I was not myself after that. I was angry. For years, that anger blinded me. I'm not proud of the man that made me. Now I can put some distance between myself and everything that happened. It's a start.
Hello Alice. Mainly because, like, when I say side quests, I mean, like, 80% of the side quests in this game are generic fetch quests, or they are quests that are just regurgitated from previous areas. As I said in previous parts, you could literally take all of the quests in Crestwood and all of the quests in Emperor's de Leon, switch them around, change the names, and you've got what's there. 80% of the quests you get in areas are stupid. Establish a campsite, claim this place, do this, do that, and it's like just the same shit over and over and over again. The actual side quests, I mean, I call those filler quests, that 80%. The actual side quests that have story meaning behind them, like the companion quests, and quests like the Tomb of Fariel in Hissing Wastes. The themed quest lines that are in. There's one in every region that you go to. I like those. They're good. But the other 80% of the quests and regions are fucking shit, and they're the same. It's just pure laziness, and absolutely pure laziness. And anyone who argues against that, I suggest to go play The Witcher 3, to be honest with you. And people who say, oh, well, they don't have enough time to put those quests in the game everywhere, go play The Witcher 3. That's...
The man you were, you can't pretend he never existed.
Not even if I wanted to. But I'm here now. I can make that mean something. Anyway, I meant to thank you, not trouble you further. You've enough to worry about. How are you holding up?
I don't know how much it costs. I think it costs £30. So in euros, about €40. I don't know. I do know that if you buy it now, you get all of the DLC, like all of it. So, and yeah, I figured that, Alice. I figured you'd I figured you'd know what I meant if I explained it.
I'll feel better when we take down Corypheus.
As will I. He will not elude us forever.
Cassandra!
Something is troubling me, Inquisitor. Leliana is receiving reports of mages becoming possessed, Templars going rogue. No one is dealing with these matters. I was hoping we might, before they get worse.
We can certainly look into it.
I will mark these incidents on the map as I learn of them, Inquisitor. And I would be pleased to accompany you if and when you investigate.
I want to talk to you about the cure for tranquility.
It's not a cure. Not truly. Mages who were once tranquil lose all control over their emotions. They become irrational, unable to focus. Perhaps that state eventually passes and they can be helped, but it will take time to investigate.
But you are going to look into it.
That is my intent. I would not want news of a cure to spread until we know for certain we can help these people. Once we have that, however, then I will spread the word myself.
So, that book you were reading.
Yes, what of it?
So under that taciturn shell beats a true romantic heart.
Why must it be an accusation? Romance is not the sole province of dithering ladies in frilly dresses. It is passion. It is being swept away by the pursuit of an ideal. What is not to like about that?
It's just a little unexpected.
I don't need anyone picturing me mooning over stolen kisses.
Is that what you're doing? Mooning?
I will never hear the end of this, will I?
Nope. We're not doing that because we've already got her, yeah, Shorty likes us a lot, so we don't need to do that.
I wonder who knows pain astride the game.
Yes. How are we doing with the Ben Hasrath?
It's going well. Red's coordinating information drops. And with our naval power, we've put a stranglehold on any Venatori movement by sea. This is shaping up to be very helpful for the Inquisition.
Can you tell me more about Saharon?
It was a damn ugly place. Only getting uglier when I left. Between the Fog Warriors, the Tal Rashath, my people, and the Vince, we were lucky to go a day without blood. What do you want to know?
What were the Fog Warriors like?
They were the worst of the rebels. They trained for stealth attacks. They made this fog. I never saw any mages, so I figured it was alchemy, not magic. They were almost invisible in it. I'd be on patrol in the market square. The fog would roll in, and before I knew it, half my squad dead without a sound.
It almost sounds like you admire them.
They didn't use poison. They didn't hurt civilians, and they were damn good fighters. You have to respect that. Plus, they hit the Vince as hard as they hit us. Hearing some terrified Magister scream, "My slaves! Where are my slaves?" in the fog always put a smile on my face.
Tell me about the Tevinter people you fought.
The Vince sent forces to Saharan every autumn. Guess they didn't like the summer heat. We had some good fights on the beaches, standing in knee-high water foaming red with blood, ships on fire around us. The cities were worse. Free bit of advice. Don't let the Inquisition forces get suckered into urban combat.
Why do you hate Tevinter forces so much? What makes them so bad?
It's not their armies. It's their spies. They bloodied Saharan year-round, killing loyalists, supporting rebels. Alam had no city administrator. Nobody would accept the position. The last 4 who held it died inside a year. Trying to conquer a country is one thing. Making it so nobody can live there, that just screws everyone.
What are things like for the natives of Saharan?
I remember one guy. He made these things, fish wrapped in thin bread. Nice guy. Talked to him every morning. So, one time I'm asking about his bad back, and I see he's nervous, trying to tell me something with his eyes. Next thing I know, his assistants draw knives and come at my team. The rebels had forced him to poison my food.
No, I've played this game for nearly 400 hours. not this particular game, like playthrough, but I've had 3 playthroughs with human nobles, and now this is my first with the Canary. I'm thinking this might be my canon, in quote marks, Inquisitor, that I put into the Dragon Age Keep for the next game. I really like him.
And then?
I'd seen how nervous he was, so I hadn't eaten anything. A couple of my guys weren't so lucky. We killed the rebels. I lost 2 men to the poison, another to knife wounds. My friend who made the fish wraps died with a knife in his throat. Close quarters fight. He was caught in the middle. That is what things are like for the natives of Saharan.
See you later, Bull.
Nice talking with you, boss.
And if I don't get back to you straight away, I don't like talking over the people, you know, the characters.
Inquisitor.
I'd probably say this is my favourite cast in a BioWare game. And that's saying a lot. I've played them all, from Baldur's Gate 1 all the way through. Mass Effect and Or the Dragon Age games, Neverwinter.
Hey you have time? It's not a question, let's go. I've got something I want to do for you. Just come. You won't need your gear and stuff.
I mean...
Sarah, explain.
Ah, just come on, will you? I haven't wanted to do this with anyone for a long time.
Oh.
We're eating on a roof.
They're horrible, right? And raisins. Ugh. I freaking still hate cookies.
Why are you eating them then?
Why am I sitting on a roof eating awful baked goods?
I got caught stealing when I was little, yeah? You get alienage or worse for that, but the Lady Emerald took me in. She was sick and couldn't have children. I had no parents. It worked out. Anyway, she gets a year sicker, so I ask her about cookies. Because mums make cookies. I can pass that down or something. Turns out, she couldn't cook. She missed that talk with her mum. The ones she made, she bought and pretended. Ah, right. Well, no, she was a bitch. She hid buying them by keeping me away from the baker. She did that by lying that he didn't like me, didn't like elves. She let me hate so she could protect her pride. I hated him so much, and I hated... Well, she died. And I hate pride. Pride cookies. But this Inquisition thing is working out, so I figured I could make some Inquisition cookies? Because then I could like them again. Oh, it's stupid.
I don't understand. This Lady Emerald was just trying to be good to you.
She hurt people.
It was just cookies.
It was not just cookies. Lie to herself, fair play, only hurts her. But she made me think there was something wrong with me. And the baker? I made his life shit. Why not? It seemed like he deserved it. I mean, if you don't give a child a cookie because of appearances, you're a monster. Stupid pride whore noble. I know, I said it was stupid. That's why I want to get rid of it. I want to make better cookies.
Well, I'm glad you want this. I'm afraid I don't really like cookies.
Really? They should be good, all sugar and stuff. Doesn't need to be cookies. Suppose it's not really about them. I hate learning lessons. Makes my stomach hurt. Anyway, I'll throw this rubbish away. Next time will be better, yeah?
Sarah, anytime. Can we get off the roof now?
Oh, yes, please. Smells like bird and dank. This part, not a good idea. Thanks, yeah. Feels good, this.
Oh, good. Like the fact that my Inquisitors finally stopped coming on to her. I like having you around.
The left hand remembers a knife slipped to her in the darkness and wonders why the flower blooms.
How would you like to get out of here? Maybe do something fun.
I don't know. I've never tried.
Come on.
I like to take him fishing. Don't know why. But we're going to Orlais, apparently.
Inquisitor, you honor us with your presence. May I bring a sampling of fine cheeses for you and your guest?
I don't eat.
Well then, just a bottle of a fine Ghislaine White to start. Please enjoy your meal this evening, your worship.
That is, the dude.
He saw me. They all see me.
That was the same voice as the Magister dude from the earlier quest. That was really weird. Is that where he's working now? That'll be put him out of work. He's working for Orlais McDonald's.
If you only interact with people in pain, It will distort your view of the world.
But that was me before I was me. I find people when their pain leaves them open. I
Here he is.
ease the pain. I leave, they forget. That was enough for me. Now they remember, and I'm not sure...
Cole?
There was a mage named Reese at the spire. He was one of the few who could see me. He was my friend. My only friend for a long time. Evangeline showed me that Templars could be kind, but even she...
Cole, if this is troubling, we don't have to talk about it.
Gentle. You watch me walk into darkness over and over, and you always worry. Thank you. But this isn't about them. It's about... When I found out I wasn't human, when I grew, I lost Reese. I lost my only friend. That's why I was scared about letting all these people see me. That's why I laughed.
You're covering the fear with laughter?
No. This world taught me that changing means losing your friends. But now I know that doesn't have to be true. I have enough self to know that what I felt was foolish. Isn't it wonderful?
It's another good step, Cole.
I might like being human. What do you think I'll learn next?
I've never had that scene before. That was really nice. Very, very nice. Do you have anything else to say?
It's good to spend time with you.
I'll talk to you later.
If you like.
Okay. That's all that done for now.
I wondered why all Skyhold seemed suddenly brighter.
Oh, Scott Harden. Sorry.
What's been going on?
Ambassador Montilier sent me a basket of flowers to thank me for my work with the Inquisition. She's so lovely.
I should go.
Do-do-do-do.
I've seen bigger castles, but not better.
Okay. One person we forgot to speak to before we head on out. No, because do you see where Cole is in the pub there? He's way far up. So, and it always, once you've finished somebody's little quest there, it always puts you back on the bottom. So your main instinct is to just run out of the place because you're done, you know. So no, I've never actually, unfortunately, done that quest before. And normally it's near the end of the game as well, so I forget when I'm caught up in the trying to finish it, you know.
Bastian is dead. I can hardly believe. It was the Wintersend Ball. My first visit to the Imperial Palace. The Circle sent a dozen of us to entertain the nobility. I was in awe of everyone and everything, and then our eyes met. Bastien spent the entire ball at my side. The Dowager tried to have him killed for slighting her, but he didn't care.
That sounds like the sort of thing the Templars would stop.
In the days before Kirkwall, the nobility of Orlais didn't fear magic. Mages were a fashion accessory. Everybody had one. It was a more innocent time, I suppose. Now he's gone, and I must write to his son Laurent. And his sister will make a terrible fuss if she isn't informed first. And I'll need to arrange for the chantry services. Maker only knows how long that will take.
If I can help you, just say the word.
No, my dear. I'll handle everything. Excuse me, I have so much to do.
And there's another character that I really like, that people don't normally like, is Vivienne. She's just an adult woman, basically. I think a lot of people don't like her to grow up a little bit. She doesn't need your approval, if you know what I mean. And I don't think people like that. I don't think people like the fact that there's actually a character in Dragon Age who doesn't bow down to her every whim, and, you know, her happiness isn't dependent on you, on your approval, which I quite like. You know, she doesn't make a fuss, she just gets on with it. No reason to come down to this end of Skyhawk, because there's no Blackwall anymore, because we fucked him off. Because he's a liar. We didn't even get to find out he was a liar. But the Inquisitor just called him out on it so many times that in the end he just left. Just like, you know, whatever. Do you know what? Are we actually going to face anybody here? No, remove all, I'll go with you on my own. Hopefully there's no combat here. I think it's all, like, it's a little puzzle, yeah.
It's just as I remember it.
I guess he did, but I kind of pushed him to it, to be fair.
You didn't tell me you'd been here before.
After the Blight ended, I came here to see Justinia. She was just Dorothea then, a revered mother.
I didn't expect it to be so deserted. It makes me uneasy.
It's a small village, and it's too early for the chant. I'm sure the sisters are somewhere.
Liliana, is that you?
Sister Natalie, what are you doing here? I thought you were in Val Rayo.
No, I've been here since Justinia died. This place makes me feel like she's still with us.
Inquisitor, this is Natalie, a trusted friend.
Wait, Inquisitor? You brought the Inquisitor here? My lord, forgive me for not recognizing you earlier.
You owe me 20 readings of the Canticle of Trials for that insult.
He doesn't mean it.
Yes, I do.
Natalie, listen. There is something hidden here. Something Justinia left for me.
Oh, really? What is it?
I don't know, but we'll find it. I'm curious to see what brought us all here.
Now,
Justinia's letter came with instructions for me. They were a little cryptic. Always remember that faith sprung from a barren branch, that light has no fear of darkness. Above all, that strength lives in an open heart.
She must be hinting at something in here. Let's look around.
Do they still sing verses from the benedictions every Friday? That canticle was Justinia's favorite.
Yes, of course. We'd never give up the traditions of our most beloved divine.
That is lovely to hear.
So,
I stare up at the breach sometimes.
For fuck's sake, never mind.
It's terrifying, but beautiful.
It is beautiful. And you see it by sunlight. When the sun rises through it, splits into what looks like 1,000 suns. Broken mirror.
Yes, spectacular, isn't it? You must be careful, Natalie. Justinia's enemies are making their move, vying for position and the Sunbird throne. An open heart. Wow.
Okay.
My greatest strength. Doubt is easy. It takes courage to trust.
Head around here. I think that's it.
What was that? Looks like we opened something.
Huh. This is what I mean. She said this is a small village. Look at the state of this. This is why I don't like religions and churches. I bet you there's people living in fucking hovels outside of this place. I got very excited the first time I saw this. I was like, oh, it's... Yeah.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Finally. I was getting tired of all these tricks.
They never sing the benedictions here on Fridays, Natalie. Something so simple. And you got it so wrong. I wanted to believe, but you were lying from the start. Keep that pretty mouth shut if you must, dear. You've already told me everything I need to know. The prickleweed burrs on your hem, talking about the sun rising through the breach. It all points to a single place. Morel in the Dales, Grand Cleric Victoire's bastion. She sent you, didn't she? Victoire was always an opportunist.
Who is this Grand Cleric? I've never heard of her.
An experienced cleric. She never agreed with Justinia, but kept her ideas to herself. I suppose now, with Justinia dead, she thought she could make her move.
I want to know what this Grand Cleric planned here.
She sent Natalie here to see what Justinia was hiding, no?
The Inquisition has turned Thidas away from the true Chantry. It must be stopped.
Stop us? You must be joking.
Mother Victoire is well loved by many. The Inquisition has more enemies than you know.
And Victoire thinks she can ally with them.
Good work. We know the name of our enemy. That's half the battle won.
Exactly.
Kill me then. I am not afraid to die for my beliefs. At least I still know what I believe.
We don't have to kill her.
No. I must protect the Inquisition. She is an enemy.
I see what you've become. The witches stand before darkness, and the Maker shall guide them.
Now she does that whatever you say and whatever kind of, you know.
No! This can't be it. There's nothing here.
Well, this was a waste of time.
I wish I could say this was more than an empty box. There's a message carved in the lid. The left hand should lay down her burden. She's releasing me. The divine has a long reach, but it is always her left hand that stretches out. 1,000 lies, 1,000 deaths. Her commands, but my conscience that bore the consequences.
She apologized in the Fade. She said she failed you. This is what she meant.
All this time, Justinia carried the fear that she was using me. Just like I'd been used in the past. But Marjolaine's games were trifles. Justinia gambled with the fate of nations. She needed me. No one else could have done what I did. She knows that.
Then you have to let it go. Let her go. You don't owe her anything anymore.
This? Now? After everything you've said and done? I hesitated with Butler, but you never did. You gave me confidence that killing him was the right answer. After Haven, we agreed that war requires sacrifices. Whatever it takes, you said. And my poor dear Natalie. I called her sister once, but I couldn't risk leaving her alive. Don't tell me to let it all go after all I've sacrificed to get here. Justinia tried to save me. But all it's done is made me realize I don't need saving. There is work to be done. I'll see you back at Skyhold.
I wonder how people watching feel about how Leliana's character has gone. I'm pretty about it, to be honest with you. I'm not bothered that, you know, she makes her own way, makes her own decisions, and doesn't need me. I'm not bothered about that. I'm bothered about... There doesn't seem to be that much of a reason for the change. I mean, we're told... You know, we're told that her and the Divine are, you know, like mother and daughter and all that. That's fine. But the old adage of storytelling, isn't it? You know, show me, don't tell me, show me. You know, and it just feels... Because if you don't show me and you just tell me, it feels like I'm being talked down to, and it just feels like I'm sitting here being droned at. And, you know, her change of character is very jarring for me, because I haven't been shown why she feels, you know, so torn and so devastated by Justinia dying. Like, I've not been shown that, I've just been told.
Grand Cleric Vitois is scrambling after the loss of her agent.
Good. Her support base is in Morale. Tear it down. Grand Cleric Victoire wishes to make an enemy of the Inquisition. I'll give her what she wants. Doesn't Victoire have a young cousin? Lord Firmin? She dotes on him.
Yes, mistress. I believe that is so.
Good. Have him collected. He shall be an honored guest, and make sure the Grand Cleric hears about it.
At your command.
Good work with the Grand Cleric.
Thank you. I do what I can. You see, when I'm ruthless, it gets us where we need to be. It's something to be proud of. Why fix it? How funny that her regret is what finally puts my own to rest. I chose to become her left hand, knowing what it meant. It was my weakness that stopped me from fully committing to my task.
You've spent more than enough time playing the Divine's games.
Forgive me, Inquisitor. It took far too long for me to realize this. The Inquisition needs me just as the Divine did, to do what no one else dares. Death and deception are my trade. It is what I am. It is what I always will be.
Yeah, she does. I mean, earlier on in the game, you can ask her to tell you a story, and she says, "No, go to the library if you want to hear stories." You know, I think it'd be a much more clever thing if she actually couldn't resist and she told you one. Do you know what I mean? Like, she was like, "Oh, okay," and just tells you one. Give me a second. Just leave it here. Now, I'm gonna go to the toilet for a minute, so don't go anywhere. I'll be back in a minute. Not even gonna put the break sign up because I won't be back. I won't be long time gone. Give me 60 secs. Be back in a sec. I'm back. Sorry about that. Thank you for staying with me. I'm always like confused when people are still here, to be honest. So thank you very much. And if you like the channel, you like what we're doing, then you know, give us a follow. And if any of you like role-playing games as in Dungeons and Dragons, then there will be a brand new campaign starting tomorrow. Yeah, in a setting of our own devising. Around 7 PM GMT, so that'll be 11 AM West Coast Pacific.
Let's see what we have.
Okay, still doing that. Yeah, all of these seem to be Leliana's stuff, so, you know. One more thing I'm going to link into before we go, to do the temple quest, which we will be doing very soon. Where is the garden? How do we get to the garden from here? Is it down here? Nope. It's not down there. Not down here either. Fuck's sake, how do we get down there? I've been there by accident about 50 fucking times. The minute I actually want to find it. Honest to God. Is it through here? Oh shit, I've been down here before.
Your worship, the cells are ready for the enemies of the Inquisition. Facilities in Skyhold. Whoever built this knew how to keep prisoners safe but secure.
Okay.
Inquisitor.
Inquisitor.
This goes up there. Yeah, seriously though, where I really do like how big Skyhold is, but fuck me, sometimes I just want to get somewhere and then it's harder than it should be. There we go.
I was pleased to learn you saved the Grey Wardens from their own self-destructive foolishness. For all their eagerness to shed blood for their cause, we will still need them should another blight arise. It's fortunate my warden was not there, or he would surely have been in the middle of it.
Your warden?
You might know him as the hero of Ferelden. A lofty title, though he wears it well.
I didn't see you as the type to settle down, Morrigan.
It is not so domestic as you picture, but even so, it has far outstripped my expectations. My love is on a quest to combat the calling, the actual calling that signals the end of a warden's life. If he is successful, it will mean a long life for him, perhaps for them all. Once Corypheus has been defeated, I fully intend to join my love once more. Kieran misses him greatly.
It seems odd he went on an adventure and you stayed behind.
We are neither of us so weak we would die of loneliness. Where he went, Kieran could not follow, and thus I remained behind to look after our son. We will be together again soon enough, and I am glad of it.
He does kind of look like the warden as well. Same hairdo.
How can the calling be stopped? Is that actually possible?
Grand Enchanter Fiona was once a Grey Warden, but something removed the blight from her blood. Similarly, a warden mage named Avernus performed experiments that prolonged his life to unnatural lengths. So, we know it is possible. Indeed, 'twas I who found the lead my love now follows in the Western lands. Success is not guaranteed, of course, but he has never lacked for determination.
Are the two of you happy together?
The three of us, and it is little business of yours. But yes, I never thought to find someone in this world I could trust as an equal. He has been a good partner, and a good father. And now I pray we discuss something else, lest these honeyed words make me vomit.
Is there any way the hero of Ferelden could help us against Corypheus?
'Tis unlikely. Corypheus uses the blight, but he is not controlled by it like a true darkspawn. Still, my love has ever been resourceful. I can give the Inquisition a means to send him a message. He will think this means I miss him, of course. Oh, he will be insufferably pleased with himself. I hope you appreciate this sacrifice, Inquisitor.
You do miss him, don't lie. Let's go do this then. I do like the fact that he said he'd be like insufferably pleased with himself, because like Royce would definitely be like would be like very pleased with himself. I think Josephine's the first nice woman my character's romanced in a Dragon Age game, if you know what I mean. Like, both of the others have been kind of steely and selfish at times, even. No. Okay. Well, we'll do that when we get back from this quest. Again, we're well over leveled for it. The Inquisition is now a force to be reckoned with. Call its allies to rally their soldiers and march with Inquisitor Adar's army to the Arbor Wilds, where they will face Corypheus' zealots one final time. The Inquisition will stop Corypheus before the Darkspawn Magister finds a long-lost elven artifact in those wilds that allows him to enter the Fade physically and claim its power. Yeah, this is... again, they don't really... I'm going to go into detail about Corypheus in the next part, and that's the one bad thing about the game, well, one of a few bad things, is that they never really tell you what Corypheus is going to do, how he claims the power, what kind of power is in the Fade. They never really tell you. It's more like, going to go to the Fade physically and claim its power. Like, how? We've been in the Fade physically in nearly in every Dragon Age game. We've been in the Fade physically, and nothing's ever happened to us. So what is he doing different? You know, I don't understand. It's just silly. But
With an Illuvion, Corypheus could cross into the Fade in the flesh.
Indeed. The Inquisitor can attest that these artifacts still work if one knows how to use them.
What happens when Corypheus enters the Fade?
Why, he will gain his heart's desire and take the power
How?
of a god. Or, and this is more likely, the lunatic will unleash forces that tear the world apart.
We don't have to worry about this Illuvian if Corypheus isn't alive to use it.
Stopping him thusly would be ideal, if you could manage it.
Pardon me, but does this mean everything's lost unless we get to the Illuvian before him?
Corypheus has a head start, no matter how quickly our army moves.
We should gather our allies before we march.
Can we wait for them? We should send our spies ahead to the Arbor Wilds.
Without support from the soldiers, you'd lose half of them.
Then what should we do?
You follow the orders of your Inquisitor. All three of you. Josephine, have our allies send scouts to meet us in the wilds. Liliana, your fastest agents will join them. Together, we'll have enough spies to slow down Corypheus' army until Cullen's soldiers arrive.
Such confidence. But the Arbor Wilds are not so kind to visitors. Old elven magic lingers in those woods.
who cares?
We'd be remiss to not take advantage of your knowledge, Lady Morgan. Please, lend us your expertise.
'Tis why I came here. Although it is good to see its value recognized.
Any further instructions, Inquisitor?
Remember what Corypheus has done while you plan. Every loss, every setback, every death. Let him learn what it means to be an enemy of the Inquisition.
We'll hound Corypheus in the wilds before he can find the temple or this Illuvion.
And there is the main problem with the main story. Every loss, every death, every setback. There have been no losses, there have been no deaths, and there have been no setbacks. We've battered Corypheus from pillar to post, beaten him at every single turn. I don't feel like he's a threat, I don't feel like he's a main enemy, I just feel like we're gonna go and... well, obviously we're gonna go and win again, and, you know, we're gonna just... kick him in the balls. Poor guy. I should not be feeling pity for the main enemy of a BioWare game. Underwhelming.
Inquisitor,
How goes the battle, Captain?
the Red Templars fall beneath our blades, your worship. Commander Cullen says they're nearly finished. Our scouts saw Corypheus traveling towards an elven ruin to the north. We can clear you a path through his armies.
Make the monsters pay, Captain. Leave none standing.
We shall not flinch, your worship, not a one of us. Andraste guide you, Inquisitor.
I wonder, is it Andraste your soldiers invoke during battle, or does a more immediate name come to their lips?
We're in the middle of a war, Morrigan. Time is short.
If your scouts report accurately, I believe these ruins to be the Temple of Mathal.
Which is?
A place of worship out of elven legend. If Corypheus seeks it, then the illuvian he covets lies within. Let us hope we reach this temple before the entire forest is reduced to ash.
Okay. Looks very nice. I think it's one of the only places you can get Stormheart. Doesn't look like a battle, does it? Just people strolling around.
Now that's a view. Get your blood going.
Listen to how close the fighting's gotten. It will be worse ahead.
I hope you're right about this temple, Morrigan. I could use a building or two.
Do the woods discomfort you, Pathos?
It's mostly the people trying to cut our heads off that manage that.
Empress Celine's general is just down the hill, Inquisitor. He wishes to join you for the last...
Do you know in Origins when you actually saw a battle and it was fucking huge? I remember those days. If BioWare went to something like Creative Assembly and said, hey, can we borrow your battle engine for a minute? You know, can we do like a cutscene in your battle engine? I bet you they'd say yes. They'd probably charge you for it, but fuck. It'd look a lot better than this shit. This is a battle apparently, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Of course you will, there's only 4 of them. Of course you'll hold. Poor dudes are already dead, they just don't know it. We get him? exploded, so I'm guessing we got him. There's wardens here. Didn't we stop this? What was the point in doing that entire quest if we're all just going to be here and fighting against us? What was the point? Seriously.
Those were Grey Wardens. Must be the last of those enslaved animals.
If they are forced to obey him, death will be a blessing.
No, at least they mentioned it, so I'll let them off. Thought they were just going to leave it there then. Like, yes, those are Grey Wardens. This one, I think.
The monsters are running, your worship.
Good.
There, ahead. An entire camp of Red Templars.
Watch yourself! Archers on the wall! They fight like a hurricane!
Down here.
Were we just attacked by elves?
They do not look like Dalish or city elves.
Perhaps these creatures are the reason few return from the Arbor Wilds.
Maybe. Don't need the supply cache. Stormheart was actually the name of a city in World of Saga 1. The first D&D campaign we did. It's a city built by the party, actually, and their allies. Let's kill these guys. Fucking elves. Let's go up here. Nice. See you, dude. Yeah, we are well over level for this. We're like 5 levels above what we're supposed to be. Fucking hell, honestly. Look at the way you skulk. You know what I mean? Wearing pajamas. Skulking, pajama wearing freaks. I like vermin. Anyone taking baths with them? I'm gonna do that stupid fucking ritual at the place. When I say this stupid ritual, I mean like the actual puzzle that they make you do. Oh, I'm not allowed to go up there, am I? Okay. I could say many responses to that, Sam, but I'm not going to. I'm going to keep it to myself. But yes, I am.
There. That must be the Temple of Mythal.
Any chance Corypheus will finally grace us with his presence?
I'd count on it. Be ready.
I hear fighting ahead.
Namilana Sabanale.
The wretch mocks you, Master.
These are but remnants. They will not keep us from the Well of Sorrows.
Well of Sorrows?
Be honored. Witness death at the hands of a new god.
Well, there you go, game over. Campaign done.
Cannot be.
Cross the bridge, now!
We could have just killed them both, you know. I'm not even kidding.
At last, Mathal's sanctum. Let us proceed before Corypheus interferes.
You said Corypheus wanted an Eluvian, but he mentioned a Well of Sorrows. Which is right?
I am uncertain of what he referred to.
You were guessing. Corypheus might not be after this Eluvian. It might not even be here.
Yes, I was wrong. Does that please you? Whatever the Well of Sorrows might be, Corypheus seeks it, and thus you must keep it from his grasp.
Let's find this well before Corypheus's people do. I want to know how Corypheus returned to life. We saw him die.
And his life force passes on to any blighted creature, darkspawn, or Grey Warden.
Then Corypheus can't really die.
We'll find a way to stop him once we're done here.
'Tis strange. Archdemons possess the same ability, and still the Grey Wardens are able to slay them. Yet Corypheus, they locked away. Perhaps they knew he could do this, but not how.
Maybe.
It appears the temple's magics are still strong.
Is this Elven? Does it say anything about this Well of Sorrows?
I only recognize a few phrases. Ah, a Belisan, meaning place of sorrow. That must be the well. There is something about knowledge, respectful or pure. Shiven. 'Tis all I can translate. That it mentions the well is a good omen.
Vague translations of knowledge and sorrow don't fill me with confidence.
Supplicants to Mathal would have first paid obeisance here. Following their path may aid entry.
No.
Perform a ritual to appease elven gods? Long dead or no, I don't like it.
If need be, unless you wish to turn back.
Army's dying out there. I'm not fucking about with stupid rituals. Well, I bet I've got to do it anyway, haven't I? Of course I do. It's the elves. Yeah, well, we're not doing that again. Fuck these guys, honestly.
Don't let them pass!
Seriously. So now I have to eat you.
Come on, we might catch them.
Hold a moment. While they rush ahead, this leads to our true destination. We should walk the petitioner's path as before.
You forget that army fighting for us out there? Longer we play around, the more Inquisition soldiers die. There's a hole. Jump in.
Just a thought. Maybe rushing through this place like a mad bull isn't the best plan.
You see the urgency. We cannot find the Well of Sorrows unprepared.
We don't need to reach the well first if we stop them before they find it.
Reach the well before they do and their plan is ended.
And your plan?
There is a danger to the natural order. Legends walked Thedas once, things of might and wonder. Their passing has left us all the lesser. Corypheus would squander the ancient power of the well. I would have it restored.
You barely know what the Well of Sorrows is, but you want to restore it?
Yes. Is Thedas so full of wonders that we should leave them to die one by one? Mankind blunders through the world, crushing what it does not understand. Elves, dragons, magic. The list is endless. We must stem the tide, or be left with nothing more than the mundane. This I know to be true. I read more in the first chamber than I revealed. It said a great boon is given to those who use the Well of Sorrows, but at a terrible price.
What exactly did that altar say about the Well of Sorrows?
Like most elven writing, it was insufferably vague. The term I deciphered was Halam Shivanas, the sweet sacrifice of duty. It implies the loss of something personal for duty's sake, yet for those who served at this temple, a worthwhile trade.
Is your real goal the power inside this well?
Yes, if that is the only way to preserve it. My priority is your cause, but if the opportunity arises to save this well, I am willing to pay the cost.
And gain what?
That is what we must discover. The rituals may point the way.
Nah.
Will you abandon these rituals,
At last. Let's find this well and go.
Draw them out!
I don't trust Morrigan, not at all, to be honest with you. It's a rogue. Fuck it, don't want what's in there then if you're gonna be that obstinate about it. Fucking hell.
Vince didn't want us getting through.
Let's find another way out.
And there we go.
Tis not what I expected. What was this chamber used for?
We're being watched.
There's only 6 of them.
Vernavis. You are unlike the other invaders. You bear the mark of magic, which is familiar. How has this come to pass? What is your connection to those who first disturbed our slumber?
They are my enemies as well as yours.
I am called Abelas. We are sentinels, tasked with standing against those who trespass on sacred ground. We wake only to fight, to preserve this place. Our numbers diminish with each invasion. I know what you seek. Like all who have come before you, you wish to drink from the Vira Belasan.
The place of the Way of Sorrows. He speaks of the well.
It is not for you. It is not for any of you.
So, you're elves from ancient times? Before the Tevinter Imperium destroyed Arlathan?
The Shemlin did not destroy Arlathan. We Elven warred upon ourselves. By the time the doors to this sanctuary closed, our time was over.
Wait, that's not right. What do you say?
You would not know truth. Shemlin history is as short as the pool of your years.
What did the Imperium do then? Are you saying it wasn't a war?
The war of carrion feasting upon a corpse, yes. We awaken only when called, and each time find the world more foreign than before. It is meaningless. We
Sorry.
The Vira Belasan must be preserved.
So basically they're taking all the credit away from destroying the elven civilization away from humans. Surprise, surprise.
What is this Vira Belasan exactly?
It is a path. One walked only by those who toiled in Mithal's favor.
He speaks of priests, perhaps.
More than that, you need not know.
We came to stop Corypheus. He's here to take your well, not I.
I do not believe you. Our duty is clear. The Vira Belasan shall not be usurped, even if I must destroy it. Masal Dinan.
No!
Oh, we get to kill more elves, right?
themselves before my countrymen came along. Could that be true? I can hardly believe it.
Apparently humans aren't the only stubborn fools on this continent.
Hey. You get to fight everybody. Okay.
Should we look around?
This place is like a maze.
Be ready. These elven sentinels will know every turn.
Okay. If we were doing those puzzles, we'd still be there now. In all likelihood.
Andraste, guide us.
That's... something.
How has such magic lasted?
I want them dead before the Master arrives!
Kaltora Virethan!
I will swim if I must.
So close. The well knows its vassal, and those who would despoil it. Stand aside, Inquisitor. The trials you set me, I have overcome. As a courtesy, leave now. Or not at all.
Your lust for power has blinded you, Calpurnia. Corypheus is using you.
Think on your own folly before inventing more. You serve your people, you have one last chance to save them. The Well of Sorrows overflows with knowledge, power abandoned by those the elves worshipped as gods. To walk the Fade without the anchor. That is what the Well of Sorrows will give Corypheus.
If that's the case, why isn't Corypheus clawing at the well?
I will carry it, like a jug brimming, for his use. Can you not see? I knew you would take the well for yourself, to ransack its wisdom to try to defeat Corypheus. But you'd still be just a child, playing with a sword. Corypheus will wield it as a master.
Once you've drunk from the well, Corypheus will use a ritual on you. You'll be a mindless tool, enslaved to his will.
That... where I come from, idle tales must be proven.
Here, the page with his binding ritual. He tried it on your master, Erasthenes.
How could you know? In his runes, no one has written in these since... He made so many promises, and everyone alive! And he discovered Vass! He was to give Tevinter a true leader. If Corypheus would misuse me, he'd misuse them too. I was blind.
That's why you joined Corypheus? To see Tevinter rebuilt?
To see her reborn. Slaves allowed their true potential, corruption excised. Tevinter was the cradle of civilization. Imagine what her future could be. A crafter of wonders, standing against the savage Kunari. A beacon for all.
Perhaps Tevinter does need a strong leader. Be that woman, while you still can.
You mock me, Inquisitor, as if you'd let me walk away.
It's a good idea. Maker knows we could use a reformer or 10 back home.
If Corypheus triumphs. Listen, if any power can challenge him, it lies in the well. Perhaps its price is too high, but if you can take it, humble him. Vitae Benefaria, Inquisitor. Do not follow us. I will give you some time. I go to confront my master. Then I will return to Tevinter. If there is anything left of me.
Abelas!
heard his parting words, Inquisitor. The elf seeks to destroy the Well of Sorrows.
So the Sanctum is despoiled at last.
You would have destroyed the well yourself, given a chance.
To keep it from your grasping fingers. Better it be lost than bestowed upon the undeserving.
Fool. You'd let your people's legacy rot in the shadows.
Corypheus needed Calpurnia to use the well. Without her, there's no vessel to claim it.
The moment we leave, he will send more forces to secure this place. The well clearly offers power, Inquisitor. If that power can be turned against Corypheus, can you afford not to use it?
Do you even know what you ask? As each servant of Mythal reached the end of their years, they would pass their knowledge on through this. All that we were, all that we knew, it would be lost forever.
Look around you. Everything your people were, it's already gone.
It is.
Why remain? Why perform a duty without purpose?
Our duty is all that remains. Those who drank from the Vir Belasan paid a great price, bound to the service of Mythal for eternity.
You claim Mythal was truly a god?
To you, it shall make no difference.
Good.
Stubborn fool.
What would you have done? Backed into a corner?
And what if the well was destroyed? Or this entire temple? Are you so eager to die for sympathy's sake?
Well, it's done.
That it is. You'll note the intact Illuvian. I was correct on that count, at least.
Is it still a threat? Can Corypheus use it to travel the Fade?
You recall when I took you through my Illuvian, I said each required a key? The well is the key. Take its power, and Mythal's last Illuvian will be no more use to Corypheus than glass. I did not expect the well to feel so hungry.
Don't go any closer, Morrigan.
I am willing to pay the price the well demands. I am also the best suited to use its knowledge in your service.
I do not like this. She is far too eager.
I do not hide it. To restore lost knowledge, I would risk much.
And what would you do with it? You could be worse than Corypheus.
So, paralyze yourself for fear of what might be? I can give nothing but my word. Of those present, I alone have the training to make use of this. Let me drink, Inquisitor.
What training makes you so qualified?
I have studied the oldest lore. I have delved into mysteries of which you could only dream. Can you honestly tell me there is anyone better suited?
I would be.
You lead the Inquisition. This is not a risk you can take. I have the best chance of making use of the well for everyone. Let me drink.
You're not concerned about the price? Bound forever to the will of Mythal?
Bound to the will of a dead god? It seems an empty warning. Perhaps a compulsion yet remains. Who can say otherwise? I do not fear it, even so.
What's to stop you from taking the knowledge and leaving?
My word. If that seems insufficient, Corypheus threatens all, even myself. He must be stopped.
And who stops you?
I, Inquisitor, seek neither immortality nor your life.
Thoughts?
It all seems ghoulish. Let Morrigan use it, if she wants it so much.
If it is truly between you and her, then let her take the risk. Make her help us all.
Any chance this well could help us against Corypheus? I say you take it.
Enough deliberation. Give me your decision.
Looking at it, listening to it. That's not just knowledge from the ancient elven priests. It's their will.
How would you know such a thing?
That's what Abelas was telling us. The collective will of the priests puts anyone who drinks under a compulsion, a gas. Can't you feel it?
That would match the legends, but it does not tell us what the gas entails. I would still use the well, but you are right. We must be cautious.
If anyone is to use the well, it will be me.
So you will take what little knowledge you can understand and let the rest go to waste?
This knowledge stays with the Inquisition.
Perhaps it is better this way. Do as you will with the Well of Sorrows, Inquisitor. But be careful.
Ian's just gonna treat it like a nice, homely pint. If I with Canos, I'm surprised he doesn't just like drink it all. It's like, gobble.
Why am I here? Corypheus? A Magister wishes to rip the veil open. I must learn how to stop him. You will give me what I demand!
Is it over? Is he coming round? I knew this would happen.
Not dead. Well, that's a relief. So, good? Bad? I'm dying to know.
The Illuvian!
Through the mirror.
Poor guy. Sorry if there was a loud bang there, folks. Something just fell off my wardrobe.
It is done.
I'm pleased to report we won the battle, Inquisitor. When you went through that mirror, Corypheus and his archdemon fled the field. I'm not sure why.
What he wanted was no longer within the temple.
Perhaps. He spent so long trying to get into the temple, he probably couldn't have helped his forces by that point.
Then Corypheus is finished.
If he is wise, he will hide and rebuild his strength before he attacks again.
He won't hide.
You hear it. The well speaks to you.
I hear something.
Oh, if only one who understood such voices had used the well's power instead.
Then we'd have to rely on her interpretation of them, and whatever she chose to tell us.
Have I not been forthcoming enough for you, Spy Master? I told you what the well could have done, Inquisitor. You should be hearing shouts from the heavens, not whispers.
Then help me. Isn't that what you came here to do?
Earlier you said you knew what needed to be done next. What did you mean?
The dragon isn't an archdemon. It's a dragon in which Corypheus has invested part of his power. Kill it, and his ability to jump to other bodies is disrupted for a time. He can be killed.
That's no simple task. Corypheus alone is powerful, but where there's dragon...
There is a way, but I'll need Morrigan's help.
The voices from the well tell you that, do they? Very well, Inquisitor. Speak to me when you are ready to begin this plan of yours.
Are you certain of this?
I don't think certain is the right word.
I'll see to Skyhold's defenses in the meantime.
Speak to Morrigan in the garden. Telling you how to get to the garden. It's gotta be around here somewhere. Yeah, there should be more dialogue between Morrigan and Liliana, to be honest with you. There really should. Just how it is, I guess. You know, there is that one thing that she says, you know. But that's about it, though. And after that, it's a bit like, meh. Whee! Well, I thought you said speak to her in the garden.
Inquisitor, thank the Maker you're here. Morrigan chased after her son into the Illuvian. She was terrified.
She was chasing Kieran?
She said he activated the mirror somehow, and then she ran into it. I've never seen Morrigan like that. You must go after her. I will find help, Inquisitor.
Okay. I'm curious as to what's going to happen.
how did the Illuvian lead here? Can it go anywhere? Morrigan!
Go back. I must find Kieran before it's too late. Why would Kieran do this? How could he do this? We stand in the Fade. To direct the Illuvian here would require immense power. If he is lost to me now after all I have sacrificed...
We'll find him, Morrigan. He can't be far.
The Fade is infinite. He could literally be anywhere. Whatever happens to him now, 'tis my doing. I set him on this path. Please, help me look, Inquisitor. Just a little longer.
I mean, do you think that the Fade is where they go? Oh, you know, all those assets that we made and then never put in? Let's put them in there. All those fucked up sculptures that Dave always produces, let's put them in the Fade. There we go.
There he is!
Who's with him?
That's... No. It can't be.
Ugh.
Mother!
Mother. Now, isn't this a surprise?
So you're the one who took Morrigan's son?
Nonsense. He came to see his grandmother, like a good lad. I'm told sense often skips a generation.
Kieran is not your grandson. Let him go.
As if I were holding the boy hostage. She's always been ungrateful, you see.
Ungrateful? I know how you plan to extend your life, wicked crone. You will not have me, and you will not have my son.
Be a good lad and restrain her.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I don't know.
Of course you know. You drank from the well, did you not?
You are Methal.
Whatever hold you have over me, release it now.
That is entirely up to my dear daughter.
I'm sorry, Mother. I heard her calling to me. She said now was the time.
I do not understand.
Once I was but a woman, crying out in the lonely darkness for justice. And she came to me, a wisp of an ancient being, and she granted me all I wanted and more. I have carried Methal through the ages ever since, seeking the justice denied to her.
Then you carry Methal inside you?
She is a part of me, no more separate than your heart from your chest. What do the voices tell you?
They say you speak the truth.
But what was Methal? A legend given name and called a god? or something more. Truth is not the end, but a beginning. A herald indeed, shouting to the heavens, harbinger of a new age. As for me, I have had many names, but you may call me Flemeth.
The warden called her a hag who talks too much. But, you know.
I know the name Flemeth. It belongs to an ancient Ferelden legend. It says, long ago, you left your husband for a lover. Your husband then tricked you, killed your lover, and imprisoned you. Then a spirit came to offer you vengeance. Mythal, that's what you spoke of.
One day someone will summarize the terrible events of your life so quickly. But yes, I was that woman. That is how my tale began.
Flemeth appears in other legends, helping heroes for reasons of her own.
I nudge history when it's required. Other times, a shove is needed.
If Mythal is within you, why not reveal yourself?
And to whom should I reveal myself?
To the elves, to everyone.
I knew the hearts of men even before Mythal came to me. It is why she came to me. They do not want the truth, and I am but a shadow, lingering in the sun.
Why did Mythal come to you?
For a reckoning that will shake the very heavens.
And you follow her whims? Do you even know what she truly is?
You seek to preserve the powers that were, but to what end? It is because I taught you, girl. Because things happened that were never meant to happen. She was betrayed as I was betrayed, as the world was betrayed. Mythal clawed and crawled her way through the ages to me, and I will see her avenged! Alas, so long as the music plays, we dance.
So must I serve you now, because I drank from the well?
Is that how you see yourself? A servant? I have no commands for you. Not yet.
Then what is it you want?
One thing, and one thing only.
I have to go now, Mother.
No. I will not allow it.
He carries a piece of what once was, snatched from the jaws of darkness. You know this.
He is not your pawn, Mother. I will not let you use him.
Have you not used him? Was that not your purpose? The reason you agreed to his creation?
That was then. Now he is my son. Flemeth extends her life by possessing the bodies of her daughters, Inquisitor. That was the fate she intended for me. I thwarted her, and now she intends to have Kieran instead.
Wait, the way she talked about Kieran.
I am not the only one carrying the soul of a being long thought lost.
He is more than that, Mother.
As am I. Yet do you hear me complain? Our destinies are not so easily avoided, dear girl.
Mother, I have to.
You do not belong to her, Kieran. Neither of us do.
If Kieran is so special, why did you wait until now to come for him?
I did not know where he was. Morrigan cleverly hid him from me. Until now.
It was the well.
Be thankful you did not drink. Imagine, bound to your dear mother for eternity.
You're going to steal the body of a young boy?
If my daughter believes it, then it must be so.
Kieran,
As you wish. Hear my proposal, dear girl. Let me take the lad, and you are free of me forever. I will never interfere with or harm you again. Or keep the lad with you, and you will never be safe from me. I will have my due.
He returns with me.
Decided so quickly.
Do whatever you wish. Take over my body now if you must, but Kieran will be free of your clutches. I am many things, but I will not be the mother you were to me.
No more dreams?
No more dreams. A soul is not forced upon the unwilling, Morrigan. You were never in danger from me. As for you, Inquisitor, there is an ancient altar deep within a shaded wood. Go to it. Summon the dragon that is its guardian. Master it in combat, and it is yours to command against Corypheus. Fail, and die.
Wait!
Made that decision in the well because I know what happens to Flemeth, so I'm not unduly worried about being bound to her. I want to be bound to the person who apparently takes her soul over, though. Because I want to know where that motherfucker
Are
is.
you alright, Kieran? You are not hurt?
I feel lonely.
She wanted the old god soul all along. Is it worth reminding myself that perhaps I do not know everything after all? My mother has the soul of an elven goddess, or whatever Mythal truly was, and her plans are unknown to me.
You truly had no idea what she was.
I knew she kept the truth from me. I even suspected she was not truly human, but this... I always thought the so-called elven gods were little more than glorified rulers, but now... I have doubt. And doubt is... an uncomfortable thing, Inquisitor. I suppose I should be thankful you drank from the well. Eternal servitude to Mother would not be my first choice.
So Kieran had the soul of an old god.
Taken from the archdemon at the final battle of the Fifth Blight. Yes, he has never known anything else. I'm uncertain what effect this will have on him.
But why did you...
I told you at the temple, the magic of old must be preserved, no matter how feared. Kieran had a destiny, and now it is in Flemeth's hands. I suppose we shall see what she does with it.
So what happens now?
Mother said you must summon a dragon at an ancient altar. Do you know where that is?
I think so. It's a place dedicated to Mythal.
As no doubt is the guardian you must battle. Pray my mother has not led you astray, Inquisitor. She is not above doing so for her own amusement.
Okay. think I'm done for now. It's been a long session. So thanks for watching, and if you've enjoyed it, you know, follow the channel and all that. Blah de blah de blah. And I'll speak to you a bit later on.